In today's video, will share with you a story of a young man that I met almost 9 years ago when I was walking across country from Chicago to LA along Route 66. So sit back, relax, and take in the lessons that I learned from this young man. Hi, my name is Rashid Huda, aka Mister Weirdo, and this is Bold New Beginnings. I have lived and posted a video last month about the lessons I learned in the 70 years that I've been on this planet. 2 days after I posted that video, I ended up in a hospital with a massive heart attack and stayed there for 9 days. And when I was released with a new lease on life, I had gone through an open heart surgery that bypassed all three major arteries to my heart. While most people will not consider me, or let's say the society would not consider me as wealthy or successful, I have lived a life that has been rich and fulfilling. And I have stories to share and give you opportunity to consider an alternate to what the society considered as a successful life. Today's story is about Bill Gossett, whom I met in Lincoln, Illinois, when I was walking along Route 66 in 2016. I met Bill Gossett in the IGA food store in Lincoln where I had gone to get something to eat. He was standing in line and in front of me. He saw my cart that I was pushing with all my belongings and asked me if I was traveling. I said, yes, sir. And I handed him a flyer that briefly explained what I was doing. And one of the things my flyer said was that I wanted to prove to myself and to the world that you're never too old to do what you want. He looked at me and said, how old are you? And with all the pride in my voice, I said, I'm 62. Ah, you're just a baby, he said. I'm 92. Whoa, you don't look 92. I don't act it either, he said. I'm still chasing girls. The trouble is, I can't remember why. Well, we talked a little bit about what I was doing. And then he said, today is my lucky day. And he reached for his wallet. And I thought he was going to bring out his business card and tell me he's a reporter and he wants to do a feature on me. But instead, he said, can you use some money? I said, I can always use some extra money. So he handed me a $20 bill. I took the money and I said, God bless you, sir. I'll never forget what he said with all the emphasis in his sentence. He said, he just did. He said, I have had a good life and I feel blessed every time I have an opportunity to pass on that blessings to someone else. Wow, what a beautiful lesson to learn. You're just as blessed in giving as you are in receiving. A little while later, as he was leaving, and I had just placed my order, um, he asked me for my email address. And I was like, whoa, a 92-year-old who knows how to use an email? But I gave him my email address, took a picture with him, and he went on his way, and I went on mine. A few days later, I got an email from him. He said that he has a weekly radio show and he would like to interview me every week if I was willing to do that. And if I was, he would talk to his co host and get back to me. Well, he did. And we had a conversation every week for the next 5 months while I walked across the country on Route 66. Mr. Gossett at 92 not only was alive and well, but he also had a radio show, so he was active all the time. I stayed in touch with Mr. Gossett over the years, and I learned when he sent me an email asking me if I would be interested in attending his graduation. And I said, graduation? Well, it turns out that he started going to college back in 1941 when he was 18 years old. But then the World War II came about and he joined the Air Force and never finished his education in college. And he felt like that he had just left something incomplete, unfulfilled. So he went back to college and got an associate degree from Lincoln College at the age of 97 years old. My life is filled with stories like these. And if you'd like to hear more of these stories, along with the lessons that I have learned through them, put down stories in the comment section below so I know that you're interested. Mr. Gossett was a fine example for me and for everybody else. And I say was because exactly a month ago, on March 19th, 2025, Mr. Gossett passed away at a tender age of 101 years and 5 months. And here are the three lessons that I would like to share with you that I learned from Mr. Gossett. First, be generous because when you share the blessings that you have, you get blessed all over again. Number two, you're never too old to learn something new. He got his degree at the age of 97. But the most important lesson that I got from Mr. Gossett was based on his life. He was playing golf, running a radio station program, getting educated, and active in the community well into his 90s, well into his late 90s, for that matter. And that, I believe, is the key to youthfulness. He was 90 some years old. He was 92 years old when I first met him, but he was more alive than a lot of other younger folks I have met throughout my life. So the key to being young and having a fulfilling life with purpose is to stay active and help others, be of service. I would say rest in peace, Mr. Gossett, but that would be so unlike you. So this is with utmost respect and honor that I say, stir up some trouble on the other side of the veil, and I'll see you when I get there. This is Mr. Weirdo signing off with the usual reminder that you can create magic and miracles when you embrace your inner weirdo. Mr. Gossett did. I'll see you on the next video, and you stay blessed, my friend. Stay blessed.